I'm very, very lucky, to be honest, that this bank trusted this idea in such a way that the only guarantee they took was to take this type of future agreement. In case it goes wrong, you pay back with all the money that you will ever earn.
Today we have a brand new video with Master Shi Heng Yi talking about his journey, the journey of becoming a Shaolin master, the journey of starting a monastery and the difficulties and the hard times they faced when starting the Shaolin Temple Europe. Today's video was sponsored by mulliganbrothers.com, where you can still get buy one get one free on the t-shirts with the link in the description, where all the profits go back into making this content possible. And also please consider becoming a channel member with the join button down below, where we're just about to start uploading exclusive behind the scenes and videos just for you guys. But before that, a story that everybody wants to hear. How did Master Shi Heng Yi get his master title? How did the Temple Europe begin? How did he get through all the hard times and the difficulties, which there were many? These lessons that he tells us and the story that he's about to tell us can also be applied to your day-to-day life. So please take notes. Also, please go support Master Shi Heng Yi at shaolin.online. Remembering back to when you started getting into like would it have been an adult getting into like the Shaolin teachings and then getting into the monastery, and what made you commit to the life? Like what made you think that you wanted to really commit? And then also, what's the process of devoting yourself to the temple and to the teachings? And what did you have to sacrifice? What kind of life were you leading that you had to sacrifice to commit?
So, like I said, with the age of 4, for me, it really started like visiting the training 3 times per week. It was always in the evening hours. Monday, Wednesday and Friday evening, I had like training times. And because I was still very, very young, for many years, from 4 until probably 9 or 10, my father or mother always brought me to training and then afterwards picked me up again. So for them, it was like just like a hobby that I should get used to having some type of physical activity. So it's just that after some time, when I started to become a little bit older, 11, 12, I actually also asked myself, okay, so now I'm practicing all this martial art, this Shaolin Kung Fu, but I started to ask, what does this punching and kicking and stretching and walking the forms and doing the sparring, what all of this has to do with the ones that teach me that stuff, that they come apparently from a Buddhist monastery. So for me, until 11, 12, it was also just go there, make your sport, make your movement, whatever, it's some type of martial art. So I was not interested at all in the backgrounds of it. That came later with 11, 12. And this was actually the initial starting point where I also then automatically got introduced into the Buddhist teachings, at least the Buddhist teachings in the way how it is practiced in the Shaolin Temple. Because the Buddhist teaching from, let's say, my parents, this one I had before already, but not all Buddhist teachings are the same. And looking back right now, the only thing that I was really investing my time in until I was almost 17, 18, actually simplified, was I went to school in order to finish all of these studies for my parents, and second, I practiced martial arts. There is not much of going out or going holiday or anything like this. It's very simplistic in a way, those 2 areas, going to school and afterwards training. That's all that until 18 in a way mattered to me. But at the same time, I also realized that despite all the pressure that I received from the parent side, in order to make the studies as good as I can, I would still say that the martial art was one of the reasons that kept me going all the time. Yeah, kept me going in terms of it's no fun to be under pressure and that you need to, let's say, learn and study whatever while all of your friends are going out having a good time or what so. Yeah, for example. So that means there was not much going out, only training and studying. And even many years later, when I started to really go to the universities to study, also there I realized that this type of training is a good way to balance yourself out in regards to all the other influences that you might have. And well, this was now actually the idea why I wanted to make this type of Shaolin approach more available to the people, because I felt maybe I could express these teachings in such a way to more and more people that they feel that it's very beneficial for everything that they are doing in their lifetime. Because it served me as a good valve, as a good balancing practice in my life. That was the reason why then, after the studies were finished, I returned back to this region, Kaiserslautern, Otterberg, and decided that instead of now going out and find a job with all the studies that I made, I said, okay, no. I finished the studies for my parents, now it's good. But now I do what I can do best. And this is actually now the funny part, because in Germany you go 13 years to school, you study 4 years the first time, and then the second time I studied another 3 years. So it's 13 plus 4 plus 3, so we are at 20. It's 20 years of academic education. But by that time I already had like 23 years of Shaolin practice. And therefore, for me, I just followed one of my master's advices who said, base your life on something that you like to do and that you are able to do. And this is the point where I said, okay, then I'm trying to put everything on one card. Come back to the region where I grew up and start to establish something where many more people are able to benefit from, which is nowadays the Shaolin Temple Europe.
Has this journey, this part of it, ever got too hard, like where you've thought about not being able to do it?
Well, so I showed you before, like this complete ground and everything, that it was for sale because the former owners, they became sick, let's say. But I just came back that time when we had this offer. I just came back from the studies. So which means I had no money to purchase this. So there was only one chance. I had to go to the bank and gave them the guarantee that I will pay them back with everything that in the future I might be earning in case this goes wrong. Because at the same time, the bank, they also knew, okay, so here, he just finished studying. So that means somehow we're gonna get our money. So I'm very, very lucky, to be honest, that this bank trusted this idea in such a way that the only guarantee they took was to take this type of future agreement. In case it goes wrong, you pay back with all the money that you will ever earn. And so that was the deal. And therefore we got the credit in 2011, started to enter into our location right now. And the first 5 years, 2011 until 2016, well, that was not meditative time. That was pretty much of, that time probably was filled with, on the one side, hope, sometimes also a little bit of fear. Of course it existed, but simply because of the fact that we were not established that time. Nobody knew us that time. So we had a great idea, but we didn't know how would we bring this to the world. And so that means, financially wise, the first 6 years, we only ran into the red numbers. Yeah, so months for months, we were happy when somebody would be coming for one course, so that we knew already, okay, at least next month we have something to eat. That's good. So the first 5-6 years was, even if we were located in Germany, but was not easy times. And then, of course, also your surrounding is also feeling that maybe you're not doing so well at the moment. So they also start to worry. Yeah, and so once again, there was this huge pressure, always from all sides. And then I don't know how, but from one moment to another, it shifted. Yeah, and shifted in terms of slowly this monastery became a little bit more known. We had more visitors, and all the work that has been done in the last 15-20 years, it really felt like now the time has come, that all of these seeds are starting to flourish. Yeah, so, and therefore I very, very much appreciate where we are right now. And as long as we now have this chance to actually really do the type of work that I ever wanted to do, which is to share, to make people understand that within these teachings of the Shaolin Temple, you do not need to be a martial artist to benefit from what is available there. And I do think that the feedback and the resonance of many people out there, that they speak their own language.
Thank you to everybody at the Shaolin Temple Europe and Master Shi Heng Yi for making these videos possible. The response has been absolutely incredible. Everybody who went over to mulliganbrothers.com to purchase the t-shirts, you guys have made this possible. All the profits, as always, go back into making this content happen. And yeah, we cannot thank you guys enough. Unfortunately, we are getting low on stock now, so what is left is all that is left, and we will have a restock as soon as we possibly can. But thank you to everybody. And also, we noticed that so many of you guys are clicking the join button, so thank you so much. The content is coming, so thank you so much for your patience. We have some huge things planned this year, including 4 new exclusive interviews with Master Shi Heng Yi that covers all different lessons, different methodologies, and also a very exclusive tea talk where I sat down and Master Shi Heng Yi talked about the full process of the tea tradition, the rituals, and it is very exciting. So if you think you might enjoy that, please hit the bell notification. If you're subscribed already, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, but hit the bell notification down below and you'll be notified of when those new videos come. We have some massive things planned, so please stay notified. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're on Instagram and you've seen what is going on Instagram, the content with Master Shi Heng Yi and Niamh and the Stoltman brothers and everybody that we've been interviewing has gone absolutely viral. It's been crazy, so I cannot thank you guys enough. So please come join us on Instagram as well if you haven't, with our new community of 350,000 members at Mulligan Brothers, if you want to follow us, and at Jordan Mulligan Brother, at William Mulligan Brother, at Luke Mulligan Brother, and at Niamh Mulligan X. Links down in the description, and see what we get up to on a day-to-day basis. I'll see you in the next one, but most importantly, go inspire some change. Peace.